The entire thing makes me sick.
Sangamon County board member Mark Ayers is on the jail committee that authorizes the hiring of new sheriff deputies. He says he was never informed of any negative notes about Grayson prior to hire, and his background was not shared with the committee.
I would never bring on someone that had that troubled past or that record.
Welcome back to Metro Wave. New details surrounding the Massey case are constantly being released. We have compiled the following news reports to get you up to date.
Harrowing, newly released recordings in the deadly police shooting of Sonya Massey. She's the Illinois woman killed by a sheriff's deputy earlier this month after calling for help about a possible prowler at her home. The recordings obtained by CBS News include a 911 call from Massey's mother pleading for non-combative officers to be sent to her daughter's home. CBS's Charlie DeMar now with the disturbing new developments. We do want to warn you, the video report is disturbing.
I heard somebody outside.
911 calls and dispatch audio are giving the fullest look yet at what happened to Sonya Massey on July 5th and 6th. Records appear to show she was experiencing a prolonged mental health episode. Her mother, Donna, called for help.
The mental people told me to call 911.
That was at 9:09 a.m., 16 hours before she was shot.
Please don't send no combative policemen that are prejudiced, please. They're scary. I'm scared of the police. Sometimes they make the serious bit worse.
Then Massey herself called 911 just before 1 p.m. and called again early the next morning after she heard what she thought was a prowler outside her home.
I keep hearing stuff on the outside of my house, and it sounds like somebody was banging on the side of my house. I don't know. Oh, could y'all come and see?
Officer Sean Grayson and his partner were dispatched. The encounter with police escalated quickly. Body cam video clearly captured Officer Sean Grayson shooting Massey in her kitchen.
Headshot wounded female. Headshot wounded female. Units on scene are 1078, shots fired.
But later, dispatchers can be heard saying they were told Massey died due to a self-inflicted wound.
They're now saying self-inflicted.
The Massey family accuses the department of trying to cover up the cause of her death by claiming it was a self-inflicted gunshot.
He needs to go to jail for life. I don't want to see him in public ever again, honestly.
These reports.
We had this conversation. I told you in that meeting, review all your reports, make sure they're right.
One supervisor is heard reprimanding Grayson for misconduct.
The sheriff and I will not tolerate lying and deception. And I have told you that I have zero tolerance for stretching the law. Because when you have officers that stretch the law, they will get caught, they will get prosecuted, and they will handcuff the rest of law enforcement.
Records also show a woman filed a complaint claiming Grayson tried to watch as she was strip searched. But according to the paperwork, Grayson left the Logan County Sheriff's Office last year in good standing. He was hired days later by the Sangamon County Sheriff's Office, where he was working at the time of Massey's shooting. Sangamon County Sheriff Jack Campbell says his department failed Massey.
She called for help and we failed. That's all she did. That's all she did was call for help.
The Department of Justice and a Springfield church will host a community healing and listening session, giving friends and neighbors a chance to mourn the loss of Sonya Massey.
The Springfield mother was shot to death by a now fired sheriff's deputy after she called 911 for help. Meanwhile, our Dave Savini has uncovered new details about that officer's past. And Dave, there are serious questions about why he was hired multiple times.
Erica and Joe, CBS News has uncovered notes from one of Grayson's former police chiefs during a reference check for his next police job. It was a warning of the trouble Grayson had already caused, and it doesn't stop there. Another supervisor said he failed to obey orders, especially during the high-speed chase you're about to see. The red flags and warning signs were there prior to Deputy Grayson firing those fatal shots into Sonya Massey.
I'm trying to get help.
A woman home alone who called police for help over a possible intruder, but instead ended up with Deputy Sean Grayson.
Do what?
Grayson, who's now charged with her murder, had a troubled career that began with a stint in the Army, a discharge for misconduct, then followed by more accusations of misconduct.
We checked your front yard.
During his time in law enforcement, described as having trouble obeying orders.
We're at the end of 2nd Street. She's taking a right.
Like with what happened here at his 5th police job when he refused an order by a superior at the Logan County Sheriff's Department to terminate a high-speed chase
over a traffic infraction, his speed at times reaching 110 miles per hour.
Are you pursuing? I'm about to terminate. She's flying up 121 right now.
But Grayson didn't stop. He did, however, turn off his lights and siren, but kept going anyways until he hit a deer.
Well, I'll definitely be terminated because a buck just smacked the side of my driver's side door.
Did you violate a direct order
Yes.
from a supervisor about termination?
Yes, I did.
Grayson was questioned by a deputy chief and other top staff after that crash in Logan County.
Do you agree, before we conclude this, that there is a mountain of policy violations that you committed? 7 months on, how are you still employed by us?
I don't know.
Yet he continued to get a pass over and over again. Even during the Logan County hiring process of Grayson, there were warning signs from another past employer, the Auburn, Illinois Police Department, where he worked in 2022. CBS News obtained these notes from a discussion between the Auburn chief and a representative from Logan County, where Grayson had applied for a new job. It states the Auburn chief said Grayson struggles with report writing, that he was very aggressive with getting drugs. The chief expressed concern that Grayson was too aggressive and that Grayson posted his drug arrests on Facebook. And the chief called him a bragger and was not great with evidence, left items laying around office.
Hey, good morning, Robin. Sonya Massey's family says they will not remain quiet until there is a conviction in this case. Now, Massey's father, community leaders, and others rallying to call for a conviction against the officer who killed Massey, former Deputy Sean Grayson, and demanding the resignation of the Sangamon County Sheriff Jack Campbell. Now, Grayson already fired from his position and charged with murder. Massey called police to report a prowler. Grayson shot Massey in her own home when she went to move a pot of boiling water from the stove. She was unarmed. Records show Grayson worked at 6 police departments in 4 years and had been accused of violating policy and filing inaccurate reports in the past. He was also discharged from the Army for serious misconduct and charged with 2 DUIs. Sheriff Campbell apologized to the community for Grayson's actions, but says he will not resign. Grayson remains in custody and he has pleaded not guilty.
Metro Wave is your source for all news that is important to us. Tell us what you think below. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for all your support.